Welcome. My name is Purnima. Lesson 10 Moving Pictures, 5th Standard, Part 1. English First Language, Part 2, as per 2024-2025 Karnataka State Board Syllabus. Rereading activity. List some inventions of mankind and their inventors. Invention light bulb. Inventor is Thomas Edison, 1879. Telephone, Alexander Graham Bell, 1876. Printing press, Johannes Gutenberg, circa 1440. Airplane, Orville and Wilbur Wright, 1903. Steam engine, James Watt, 1769. The movie industry might be very well known and honored today. It will be interesting to know how this media originated, the invention of the first film. In 1872, Californian railroad tycoon and racehorse breeder Stanford had an argument over whether a galloping horse ever has all four hooves off the ground or not. Here was the discussion. This racehorse breeder, Stanford, is arguing with everyone that when horse is hopping, that means horse is running very fast at that time, it lifts sometimes all the four legs, whose means legs, off the ground. This is the Stanford's argument. This argument is the base for the research of the film. Experts and artists alike agreed that the hooves of horses always kept at least some contact with the ground. They are assuming at least two front legs are above the ground, back legs are touching the ground, or the front legs are touching the ground. Like this, the horse will run in the race. But Stanford decided to know the better. He wanted to prove that his point that sometimes horse gallop, that means run very fast, lifting all the four legs, not touching the ground. So he got into a bet with others, saying that horses sometimes lift the ground completely. This is the Stanford's point. As the horse's legs move too quickly for anyone to see exactly what happens, Stanford hired an English photographer named Edward Maybridge with the intention of capturing the truth on the photographic plate. He had to wait 5 years for an answer. Maybridge was a photographer. He hired him to take the photo while the horse is running on the race course. But to get that photo, he has to wait for 5 years. Why? The reason is here. Edward Maybridge was an eccentric because of serious head injuries sustained in a stagecoach accident. He emigrated to America in 1850. So immediately after taking that photograph, Maybridge was injured. That was Edward Maybridge, the photographer, injured, and he shifted back to America. This is why he didn't get the hard copy of that photo of the running horse. In 1875, after being tried and acquitted of the murder of an individual, he stayed in Central America for a short while. He was he was also injured in the fight, and some of the people murdered in that issue, in that situation. He stayed away in the Central America for a short while, but this his determination persisted. On his return in 1877, the Edward May Bridge set up a battery of 16 cameras parallel to the racetrack in Sacramento, with each camera shutter connected to a wire stretched. See, now Edward Maybridge, the photographer, used 16 cameras set up continuously to take the photograph of the horse in different positions so that he can take the photo of the continuous horse moving. This will give you a moving picture now. across the racetrack as the horse galloped past. Gallop means run fast. Its legs tipped the shutters in an order. See, like this in the picture, he got the moving picture, creating a series of photographs showing the portion of the horse at each instant. 16 photographs they have taken at different places. Maybridge stopped the image on the rotating disc. Now he made it like a moving picture, sent a ray of light through them, and moving this disc. No, the flickering images proved that Stanford was right. Edward Maybridge proved today that Stanford was right in that discussion that the horse did in fact sometimes have all four hooves off the ground, all the four legs off the ground while running. He proved that. But in proving that, the film, the moving picture, is invented by Maybridge. Maybridge carried out many sights with Etienne Jules Merry, a French scientist who in 1882 invented a single camera capable of taking many exposures in a quick succession. Thomas Edison in 1887 asked one of his assistants, William Dixon, to devise a suitable camera as a means for projecting the resulting images. They had a camera, but they need a projector for showing that those moving pictures. This resulted in the invention of kinetograph, a camera which could capture image at 40 frames per second, allowing individuals to watch the resulting film. That's why this much of frames will be fixed in taking the film. These many shots they have to take. This limitation was there. Now digital camera came, they can erase whatever want, they can shoot anything they want in a less cost. But before they have this much fixed frames were given to them to shoot the film. This was the first invention of the camera. The first kinetograph booth operated for business in 1894. Antoine Lemour, a French photographic materials manufacturer, was the first to visit this booth. Impressed by this, Lumiere instructed his sons to develop a lightweight camera and projection system. Both they need a projection system. TV is the projector now. Projection system capable of making movies that could be viewed by an. In March 1895, they gave the first demonstration of their cinematograph systems, a 1 minute film of workers emerging from Lumiere's factories in Lyon. See, this was a 1 minute film made by the Lumiere's, the factory owner's sons. The father has given them the permission to shoot that. It was the beginning of what we call now the motion picture. There is a movie. This was the beginning of something that has become more than merely a form of entertainment. It also became an important medium of social change. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and save the playlist. Thank you very much. Bye bye.